There's something very intriguing about the word forbidden. It doesn't just mean off limits, it means there's a purpose behind the warning. And when even experts, the ones who literally dig for truths, are prohibited from stepping foot inside, you know something's going on. Are these places guarding ancient enigmas, or hiding something the world isn't ready to uncover? Well, you'll have to see for yourself. Here are 15 forbidden archaeological sites that even scholars aren't allowed to explore. And believe us, the phrase forbidden fruit definitely applies here. Number 15. The Tomb of Chinxihuang. Everyone knows about the Terracotta Army. Those thousands of eerily lifelike clay soldiers posted up to protect Chinxihuang, China's first emperor. But here's the wild part. The actual burial chamber remains sealed. Why? Well, we say just two chilling words: death traps. Ancient texts describe crossbows rigged to fire at intruders, and modern tests show dangerously high mercury levels surrounding the tomb, likely part of a literal toxic moat. The site was uncovered in the 70s, but decades later, no one dared crack it open. Not only could it release deadly gases, but the delicate chamber could collapse under pressure. In 2024, there were murmurs of using robotic microbes with non-invasive tech to peek inside, but nothing's gone forward yet. The Chinese government is in no rush either. Preserving the site seems more important than solving it, so for now it stays sealed. But give it a few years, when AI isn't busy stealing jobs, it might just be the first thing allowed inside. There is also a myth of the rivers of mercury. What do you think about it? Is it real? Number 14. Cave of Altameira. If cavemen had gallery openings, Altameira would have been their Met Gala. Tucked into the hills of northern Spain, this cave holds bison paintings so vivid, so impossibly detailed, that early archaeologists thought they were a fraud. Turns out they were just 36,000 years ahead of their time. Discovered in 1879, Altameira became a tourist hotspot until people nearly destroyed it just by showing up. Breathing altered the cave's humidity, bacteria tagged along, and before long, mold started creeping over ancient masterpieces. So in 1977, the doors slammed shut. Today, only a small crew of experts is allowed inside under strict conditions. For everyone else, there's Altameira II, a near-perfect replica just a few steps away. Sure, it's not the original, but it's close enough to keep the art and the ecosystem intact. In 2023, Spain reaffirmed its commitment to preservation, rejecting any talk of reopening. And let's be honest, if the choice is between seeing the real thing and destroying it, we'll take the copy. Maybe. That's how it works. Number 13. The Lost Library of Alexandria. The Library of Alexandria wasn't just a building, it was humanity's brain on paper. Thousands of scrolls, maps, and records from across the ancient world, gone supposedly in one epic blaze. But was it really? Well, some scholars argue that the whole "it burned to the ground" story is overblown. In reality, it may have slowly faded bit by bit through wars, neglect, and shifting power. And here's the Trumpy kicker. There might still be pieces of it left, buried beneath modern-day Alexandria. Sounds easy, right? Just dig. Except you'd have to excavate under an entire functioning city. Plus, the Egyptian government hasn't exactly rolled out the welcome mat for full-blown digs. In 2024, there were whispers of underground radar scans being approved, but no big discoveries yet. Still, if even a sliver of that ancient knowledge is still hiding down there, it could rewrite what we think we know. Lost cures, forgotten civilizations, secrets scrubbed from history. It's the ultimate what if. Someone call Netflix. This is the real plot twist. Number 12. Lasco Caves. Imagine opening a dusty old basement and finding a prehistoric art museum inside. Well, that's not gonna happen with you and me. But that's basically what happened in 1940, when 4 lucky kids stumbled upon France's Lasco Caves. Inside 17,000-year-old murals of bulls, stags, and wild horses, drawn with such motion and precision that it was like ancient humans invented animation. Tourists flooded in, and so did mold, humidity, and irreversible damage. Our breath literally started killing the art. By 1963, the caves were locked down tight, and for pretty good reason modern contaminants were erasing what survived for millennia. In 2021, researchers developed new preservation protocols, but public access, still a no-go. A near-identical replica, Lasco Caves, now stands nearby, and it's impressive. But let's be very real, there's something haunting about knowing the original is hidden too fragile for human eyes. In a world addicted to selfies and instant access, Lasco reminds us that some things aren't meant for crowds. They're meant to be left untouched, deep in the dark, exactly where time put them. Number 11. The Grand Canyon sits lost Egyptian tomb. Back in 1909, G.E. Kincaid dropped a story that still sparks conspiracy lovers into a frenzy. While exploring the Grand Canyon, he claimed to have found a massive underground complex packed with giant statues, Egyptian-style artifacts, and even oversized mummies. He said the Smithsonian was notified, and then radio silence. No cave, artifacts, or follow-up. Just a giant no comment that's lasted over a century. The Smithsonian denies everything, and the exact location, curiously off-limits to hikers and researchers alike. In 2023, TikTok and Reddit sleuths reignited the hype, claiming satellite images showed unnatural formations in the restricted area. Theories range from ancient Egyptian voyage gone rogue to giants from another realm. No proof, of course. Just layers of mystery buried under bureaucracy. Officially, it's off-limits for safety. Unofficially, it's pure forbidden lore. Whether it's a hoax, a cover-up, or a lost chapter of history, one thing's clear, something's buried there. And the deeper the silence, the louder the mystery. Number 10. The Temple of Mount Kailash. Some mountains are made to be climbed. Everest? Sure, if you've got a death wish, Kilimanjaro, go ahead, knock yourself out. But Mount Kailash in Tibet? Absolutely not. This isn't just a mountain, it's considered the cosmic axis by Hindus, Buddhists, Jains, and Bon followers. To them, this peak isn't a goal, it's a living deity. Scaling it isn't just disrespectful, it's sacrilege. And for those foolish enough to try, let's just say the stories don't end well. Bad weather, sudden illness, mysterious disappearances, it's like the mountain knows. At its base lies a temple said to house powerful relics, but even searching for them is forbidden. Some claim the mountain holds a hidden portal to another world. Others believe an ancient civilization lives inside it. And you know what? With the way things have gone lately, we might want to leave this one alone. Not everything is meant to be discovered, especially if it's guarding something that doesn't want to be disturbed. Number 9. The Crypt of Civilization. Imagine locking away humanity's weirdest time capsule, sealing it for 6,000 years, and calling it a gift for the future. That's basically what happened in 1940, when Thornwell Jacobs of Oglethorpe University built the Crypt of Civilization, a vault sealed shut until the year 8113. It's not just a box, it's an entire room packed with relics of 20th century life, microfilms, voice recordings, a typewriter, a plastic Donald Duck, a can opener, and even a full-length dictionary. They wanted to give future humans, or aliens, a detailed glimpse of our culture. The irony? Everything's saved on outdated tech like film reels and phonographs, which might be impossible to decode in 6,000 years. But hey, at least they'll have blueprints if those don't degrade. The crypt sits untouched beneath Phoebe Hearst Hall in Georgia, and in 2025, it's still sealed tight. No one's allowed to open it early. If Earth's still around in 8113, whoever finds it is either going to be amazed or completely baffled by our obsession with Coca-Cola and soap operas. Number 8. Zone Rouge. There's abandoned, and then there's don't even think about it, abandoned. Welcome to Zone Rouge, France's permanently cursed slice of Earth. This stretch of land in northeastern France is so contaminated from World War I that even now, over a century later, it's still off-limits. We're talking unexploded bombs, chemical weapons residue, and entire ghost villages that were never rebuilt. The French government looked at the devastation post-war and basically said, nope, too toxic. Let it rot. And they weren't exaggerating. Even in 2023, French bomb disposal teams pulled over 500 tons of live shells from the area. Entire forests in Zone Rouge have grown twisted and mutated from chemical exposure, and beneath the ground, still lethal. There are zones where arsenic levels are so high that not even grass grows. So yeah, this isn't your casual hike destination, it's a grim monument to destruction, and a hard lesson that some scars run deeper than time. If you stumble across a rusty fence marked Zone Interdict, take the hint and back away slowly. Number 7. The Hidden Chambers of the Great Pyramid. The Great Pyramid of Giza has stood for over 4,500 years, and yet it's still hiding secrets. Despite all the documentaries and drone flyovers, huge portions of the pyramid remain unexplored. The Queen's Chamber, off-limits, lower shafts, still sealed. When engineers sent a robot camera down one of those shafts in the 90s, it found a mysterious stone door, and beyond that, another void. No one knows what's in there. In 2017, scientists using muon imaging discovered yet another massive hidden chamber, but even now, no one's allowed inside. Egyptian officials are tight-lipped, and researchers are forced to study from afar. Some believe these chambers might contain sacred scrolls, ancient tech, or clues about how the pyramid was actually built. Others think opening them might trigger more than just dust. In 2025, newer scanning tech has been proposed to explore deeper, but no one's greenlit a physical excavation. Maybe some secrets were meant to stay locked in stone, especially if they don't want to be woken up. Number 6. Petra. You've seen Petra before. It's that majestic rose-red city carved into the cliffs of Jordan, a backdrop for Indiana Jones and every traveler's dream. But beyond the stunning treasury facade lies a world tourists don't get to see. Much of Petra remains off-limits. Entire temples, burial chambers, and tunnels are sealed to preserve them from decay or overexposure. The Jordanian government, working with UNESCO, has kept exploration limited to safeguard the fragile structures. And while archaeologists are still uncovering new finds, like an enormous underground platform revealed by satellite imaging in 2016, most discoveries are kept quiet to avoid attracting crowds. There are rumors of hidden vaults, buried manuscripts, and even a chamber that might hold ancient relics untouched for millennia. In 2025, there is still debate over whether Petra was just a city or a ceremonial power center with deep spiritual meaning. Either way, its secrets aren't ready for mass tourism. Sometimes the past protects itself, not with walls, but with silence. Number 5. The Bosnian Pyramids. Pyramids in Bosnia sounds like a hoax, right? But for years, researchers and conspiracy theorists have argued that the massive hills in Visoko aren't just geological formations, they're man-made pyramids, possibly older than Egypt's. The largest one, dubbed the Pyramid of the Sun, is said to have a perfect geometric shape, sharp angles, and underground tunnels that stretch for miles. Critics say it's nothing but a cleverly marketed tourist trap, but supporters claim advanced scanning tech has revealed symmetrical chambers and even strange electromagnetic activity at the summit. Here's the catch. Full-scale excavation is heavily restricted, which only adds fuel to the fire. If the Bosnian pyramids were real, they could upend everything we thought we knew about ancient civilizations. If not, it's still one of the weirdest landscape mysteries in Europe. Either way, until proper digs are allowed, we're stuck with speculation, drone footage, and YouTube archaeologists calling it Atlantis 2.0. Truth or trap? That hill's not talking. Number 4. The Chapel of the Ark of the Covenant. Of all the legendary relics in religious history, the Ark of the Covenant sits right at the top. Said to hold the stone tablets of the Ten Commandments, it vanished from records thousands of years ago. Or Maybe not. According to Ethiopian tradition, the Ark rests in Axum, inside the chapel of the Ark at St. Mary of Zion Cathedral. The twist? Only one monk is allowed to see it, and once chosen, he guards it until death. No outsiders, no cameras, no exceptions. Not even historians, popes, or presidents are allowed inside. Some scholars claim it's a symbolic replica. Others believe it's the real deal, hidden in plain sight. Occasionally, the guardian monk reports divine visions or ominous signs, but no proof ever leaves the chapel. In 2023, the church reiterated its vow of secrecy, crushing hopes of international study. So for now, the Ark remains a holy mystery behind locked doors, and somewhere Indiana Jones is still punching Nazis and wishing he had a key. Number 3. Bangar Fort. Bangar Fort in Rajasthan, India, isn't just a historical site, it's basically the set of a real-life horror movie. Built in the 16th century and once home to over 10,000 people, it now sits eerily abandoned. During daylight, tourists can explore freely. But at sunset, the fort is officially off-limits. Why? Well, legend says a sorcerer cursed the place after a local princess rejected his love. His dark magic backfired. He was crushed by a falling boulder, but not before dooming the entire town to ruin. Ever since, people have reported whispers in the dark, mysterious shadows and vanishing visitors. Seriously, some who stayed overnight were never seen again. The Archaeological Survey of India has placed warning signs around the site, advising tourists not to enter after dusk. So yeah, if your bucket list includes haunted ruins with an actual government warning, Bangar is your spot. Just maybe don't be the next person who decides it'll be fine. Spoiler, it won't. Number 2. Chichen Itza sits El Castillo Pyramid. El Castillo at Chichen Itza isn't just breathtaking, it's one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Towering above the Yucatan jungle, this ancient Mayan temple draws thousands of visitors every year. But here's the thing, you're not allowed to climb it. Not anymore. Back in 2006, a tourist tragically fell to her death while descending the steep stone steps. After that, the Mexican government banned climbing to preserve both the monument and public safety. Tourists can still admire the pyramid's symmetry and precision, especially during the spring and fall equinoxes when sunlight creates the illusion of a serpent slithering down the stairs. While you can't reach the top, the magic still hits hard from below. El Castillo stands as a monument to ancient engineering, celestial knowledge, and the importance of preservation. So yes, it's roped off, but for good reason. In a world where people film TikToks on sacred sites, maybe it's good that some wonders are left alone. Number 1. Vatican Apostolic Archive. Buried beneath Vatican City lies one of the most secretive libraries in the world, the Vatican Apostolic Archive. This isn't your average library. It holds over 50 miles of documents, collected by popes over 1,200 years. Inside, everything from royal correspondences and ancient maps to classified records of exorcisms and long-forgotten trials. For centuries, access was completely forbidden. Even today, only select scholars with Vatican approval are granted limited entry, and even then they can only request documents one at a time. No browsing allowed. The secrecy fuels wild theories, suppressed texts, extraterrestrial contact, even blueprints for a time machine. Of course, the Vatican denies all that. But let's be honest, if you're hiding 1,000 years of global secrets under lock and key, people are going to get curious. Whether it's theological truths, dirty politics, or just really old grocery lists, the archive remains a vault of untold history. And no, you can't Google it. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.